Good afternoon and news. We now take a look at the stories making headlines. Lungu repatriation hearing postponed to Monday, August 18, 2025. Government signs over 1.3 billion road contracts for Southern and Luapula province. Civil society urges regulation for arsenal mining in northwestern province. In our international news, Israel condemns over plan to expand settlements in occupied West Bank. In sports news, FIDE endorses Zambia's grandmaster potential, calls for greater investments in chess. Good afternoon and welcome to Icu Tv Lunch News. We take a look at the stories making headlines. Lungu repatriation hearing. Good afternoon and welcome to ICU Lunch News. We take a look at the stories making headlines. Lungu repatriation hearing postponed to Monday, August 18, 2025. Government signs over 1.3 billion road contract for Southern and Luapula province. Civil society urges regulation for arsenal mining in northwestern province. In international news, Israel condemned over plan to expand settlements in occupied West Banks. In sports news, FIDE endorses Zambia's grandmaster potential, calls for greater investments in chess. I start again. The hearing concerning the repatriation of former President Edgar Lungu has been postponed to Monday, following an agreement between the legal team presenting both parties. The session, initially scheduled for today, was rescheduled to allow for further preparations. This development arises from a protracted legal battle between the Zambian government and Lungu's family over the late president's final resting place. Lungu passed away in South Africa in June 2025, and while the government insists on state funeral in Zambia, his family has expressed a preference for a private burial in South Africa, citing his alleged wishes. The Pretoria High Court previously ruled in favor of the Zambian government's request to repatriate Lungu's remains for a state funeral in Lusaka, emphasizing that national interest and protocol override personal preferences in such matters. However, Lungu's family has alleged this decision, filing for leave to appeal the ruling. The court has assured that its forthcoming ruling will be fair and impartial to all parties involved. As the hearing resumes on Monday, the nation awaits a resolution to this sensitive and high-profile case.
Tunnel, and I've discussed with my colleagues. We also agree that the matter to stand down to Monday at 10 o'clock, and we're still optimistic that the finality that would be in the interest of all the parties would be reached. Stands down to Monday, 10 o'clock.
As you please.
Thank you. Court adjourns.
All right. The government, through the Road Development Agency (RDA), has signed two major road contracts worth more than 1.3 billion aimed at enhancing connectivity in southern and Luapula province. The project includes the upgrading of the D387 road from T1 to Chikankata at a cost of 369.4 million and the Samfya-Kasaba road via Lumbwe, including 5 km of township road in Lumbwe, valued at 937.9 million. The contracts were signed between acting RDA Director in Jailo Simpango and China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation CCECC Managing Director Jacques Leon. The Infrastructure Minister Charles Milupi reaffirmed government's commitment to improving road infrastructure, while RDA Board Chairperson in Eugene Hazela stressed the need to uphold environmental and social standards. CCECC has pledged high-quality works and deprioritization of social labor. The consortium of civil society organizations has called on the government to regulate artisanal mining in northwestern province, citing growing concerns over illegal operations and their social and environmental impact. Speaking at the Northwestern Province Alternative Mining Indaba in Solwezi, consortium representative and Caritas Solwezi director Noel Haninga said most artisanal miners operate outside the legal framework, often using unsafe and suitable methods. He urged government to introduce formal structure that would enable artisanal miners to operate legally and contribute to national revenue. Northwestern Province Permanent Secretary Colonel Grandson Katambi reaffirmed government's commitment to bringing order to the mining sector. Chief Kashiba of Mwese District has welcomed the ongoing development in Mwese and Kapiri, particularly the Kasomeno-Mwendato Road project, which he believes will uplift the standard of living for local communities. He expressed optimism that the project will bring significant benefits to the area and called for local residents to be given employment opportunities during the construction phase. The chief made the remarks when Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development Minister Charles Milupi paid a courtesy call on him in Mwense. In response, Mr. Milupi said government remains committed to transforming the country's infrastructure, noting that plans to finalize the contract for the Padiko Road are underway along with the key road projects across the country. The reconstruction of the Katete-Chaninda roads is in progress steadily under a 79.8 million public-private partnership PPP initiative aimed at improving trade and regional connectivity. The vital route links Zambia's eastern province to Mozambique, serving as a key corridor for fuel imports and across-border commerce. Once completed, the project is expected to boost economic activity and regional integration. The contractor has indicated that the works are on track for implementation by next year.
Once a faded threat of dust, the road from Katete to Chanida now begins its rebirth. Each meter laid not merely in asphalt, but in promise. It is the artery through which Eastern Province shall breathe new trade, new wealth, and new connection to the wider world.
What is happening here is we are upgrading this road to asphalt standard. We are stabilizing the existing base. We a crushed stone base on top which we prime and apply hot asphalt. So what is happening? We are at kilometer 25, kilometer 25, and we have done sub base up to 20, there's 5 kilometers of sub-base tunnel. We are just dumping the crushed stone base here, going towards the kilometer 20. And we expect to start processing this stone base around next week when we have at least 3 kilometers dumped.
From the villages of Katete to the border gates of Chanida, the sound of machinery is the music of the nation building itself anew. The government, through the public-private partnership model, is implementing the Katete-Chanida road upgrade and associated border infrastructure at a concession value of $79,785,115 agreement.
We now take a break. Coming up in international and sports news. Israel condemns over plan to expand settlements in occupied West Bank. Fight endorses Zambia Grandmaster potential calls for greater investment in chess.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time, humanities, business and education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
And in our international news, Israel is facing mounting international criticism for following the announcement by far-right Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich to approve the construction of over 3,000 housing until units in the E1 area of the occupied West Bank. The proposed development, which would effectively divide Palestinians' territory. UN spokesperson Stefan Dujarric warns that the move threatens to end any prospects for a two-state solution, while EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas describes the plan as a clear breach of international law.
Did you know that mental health conditions are treatable and recovery is possible? Hi, I'm Ngenia Moyo. I'm your host on Let's Talk Mental Health. I invite you all to this show where you freely express yourself, and together we find a solution. For more details, you can contact 0777 93 73 92, and we'll be there to help you find solutions to whatever you're going through.
Welcome back, and now in sports news. The International Chess Federation says Zambia has the potential to produce grandmasters provided there is greater investment and exposure in sports. FIDE's Management Board's Deputy Chairperson Donna Renzel Ozola, who is also a grandmaster, noted that with the right education and support, many Zambian players can attain grandmaster status. She also emphasized the need to promote women's participation, pointing out that Zambia has yet to produce a female grandmaster. Benzel Ozola is in Zambia and recently attended the 2025 Zambia Rapid Women's Chess Championship in Lusaka. Chess Federation of Zambia President Leslie Chikuse said Renzela Ozola's presence will inspire more women to aim higher in the sport. Chess player Neta Spalo added that chess continues to be a safe and empowering space for women and girls across the country. That sports item brings us to the end of the lunchtime news. But before we go, a quick recap for the stories making headlines. Lungu repatriation hearing postponed to Monday, August 18, 2025. Government signs over 1.3 billion road contracts for southern